Hi friends and all of my subscriber, how are you? Today my discussing topic is most interesting because in electrical systems clearance is the main parameters that should be maintained as per the Electricity Act or Indian electricity rules. So here we are discussing today about ground clearance. So ground clearance is the vertical clearance from the bottom conductor of the transmissions line. We are discussing about the transmissions line and also the distributions line. So I have drawn a picture of a transmission tower where the R phase, Y phase and B phase, R, Y, B, and here also R, Y, B. The double circuit transmission tower I have drawn, and these Dix insulator, suspension type Dix insulators are just from the cross arm of the tower are just hanging here. I have drawn for the clarity, and I have drawn this line and this inclined line to consider is as an ground. So if it is an ground, so what is the clearance? What is the clearance between ground and the bottom conductor? It is the main topic today's. So ground clearance is the vertical clearance of any transmission or distributions line from the bottom conductors. If it is in the vertical form, so from the bottom conductor, if it is in a horizontal form, so from all conductors to ground clearance. So friend, I think you understand well these pictures, and this is the ground clearance from the bottom conductor to the ground. Here also the ground clearance, bottom conductor to ground. So it should be maintained as per the Indian electricity rule, and this is the ground, you know it. This is also the ground, and this is the stub of the tower base. And the upper conductor you all know is the earth wire or the shield wire or OPGW, optical ground wire, and previously we used the earth wire or the shield wire for the protection from the lightning or any other foreign materials. If any foreign materials are coming from the upper side, it first attracted here, first attached with here, so the line fault may be restricted or may be avoided, or it is mainly for the lightning purpose. If any lightning from the upper side of the sky, then that will be attracted here, and that is permanently earthed with the tower base. It is permanently earthed with the tower base, so this lightning will be earthed properly without damaging any part of the tower material or tower accessories. So minimum permissible ground clearance as per the IE rules. What is IE? You know that the IE is the Indian electricity rules. The Indian electricity rules, the section 77(4) of the subsections, you know, from these 77 oblique 4 sections, you will get the idea about how the ground clearance should be maintained for the transmissions line and the distributions line also. Today I discussed from 33 kV voltage, that is for the distributions purpose line, and up to the 400 kV, that is under the transmissions line. So we discussed today about the 33 kV, 66 kV, 132 kV, 220 kV and 400 kV line. So for the extra high voltage line, the clearance above ground shall not be less than 5.2 meter plus 0.3 meter for every 33,000 volt or part thereof by which the voltage of the line exceeded 33,000 volt. That means minimum ground clearance for the high voltage by HT line is 5.2 meter. And if the voltage is increasing by 33 kV or its equivalent additions or subtractions, equivalent addition, then zero point 0.3 will be added with it. And also a K factors are there. I will discuss about the formula for your memorizations. After remembering this formula, you cannot forget the exact distance or exact ground clearance that should be maintained for the transmissions line or the distributions line also. So, provided that the minimum clearance along or across the street shall not be less than 6.1 meter. So you have to remember that if the line is crossing the national highway or the line is crossing any street or state highway or the local periphery or local roads, the distance from the ground to the bottom conductor, vertical type and the horizontal type for all conductors should be 6.1 meter. So it should be maintained 6.1 meter. It is starting from the high voltage line. If the 33 kV line, it should be maintained 6.1. For 132 kV line, it should be maintained more than 6.1. You have to put in the formula and you will get the exact distance that should be maintained for the safety precautions and also for preventing any type of fire hazards, any type of accidents, all of this. Now discuss about the formula uh, because the clearance CL means clearance. So clearance equal to 5.182 plus 0.305 into K. So what is the K? K is a factors voltage minus 33 by 33. Which voltage level you should calculate? You should have to calculate. So you have to put here the V. Suppose the 33, so that will 0, that will 0. So 33 case, 33 voltage level for distributions line 33 kV, ground clearance should be 5.20 meter. And for 66 kV you have to put here 66, you will get the 2 here, multiplications with the 2 and additions you will get 5.49 meter. For 132 you have to put here 132 minus 33 by 33, you will get some factor, some digit, you have to multiply with this and addition to this you will get 6.1 meter. And 220 kV line 7 meter, by help of the 220 kV minus 33 by 33 you will get a K factor, then multiplication, then addition, you will get the 7 meter minimum clearance. And the 400 kV, putting the 400 kV here, 400 minus 33 by 33 you will get the K factor, multiplication with it and addition to it you will get 8.6 meter. So it is the minimum ground clearance. If in the engineering section or in the design or planning sections, if any line has been constructed or will be constructed, the ground clearance to be maintained, it is the minimum clearance. Someone can provide the more clearance suppose 132 kV line 6.10 meter, you are maintaining 7 meter, good, that is better. 220 kV is 7 meter, you are maintaining the 8 meter, so it is very good. 400 kV 8.6 10 meter, you are maintaining the 10 meter in the design or planning section, so it is very much good for the safety purpose. If the I have just given the information today, this is for the minimum clearance you should be maintained as per the IE rules. So 33 kb line in the feet, 17 feet should be the clearance, 66 kb line 18 feet should be the clearance, ground clearance, 132 kb line 20 feet minimum ground clearance, 220 kb line 22 feet minimum ground clearance, 400 kb line 28 feet minimum ground clearance. From this ground clearance topic, I think my subscriber and friends and new upcoming subscriber, that you understand well what is the ground clearance and what is its applications and how it is important to be remembered for line patrolling, also for the maintenance of the transmissions line and for the safety of the working personnel beneath the transmissions tower, because the transmissions towers and the distributions lines are just going through the field area where the farmers are working for their crops, and so the different factors are there. So you should have to maintain this ground minimum ground clearance for the safety of the working personnels and also the properties of surrounding or along the lines of human beings. And if you are maintaining these types of ground clearance, the trimming and the touching of any tree may be avoided. Also, the trimming is very much necessary for maintaining the clearance, because along the line lots of trees, lots of bamboos are there, so you should have to maintain the clearance for the safety of the working personals and also for the properties. Thank you friends, thank you very much for subscribing my channel. If you still not subscribe my channel, please subscribe my channel and share my channel with your friends and colleagues. My channel name is Real Life Indrajit Pal. Thank you very much, my subscribers and friends.